Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. I got Christine Crandell on. She's a regular contributor here on The Price of Business. Love her company, what she's doing to transform customer relations experience. She's a pioneer, in fact, in this whole arena. She does a great column over there at Forbes magazine as well, and we're delighted always to have her on here. Before you introduce your guest today, which I have been very excited about this guest because I'm a big advocate of no more cold calling, and those who can figure out methodologies to overcome the nightmare of cold calling, I say you need to be studying. Before you introduce her, though, tell us about your company. Tell us more about it.
Hey, Kevin, it's good to talk to you again. And, God, with that introduction, I'm, like, blushing and going, man, there's no pressure here to perform, is there? New Business Strategies is a consulting firm. We help businesses grow their revenue by over 20% without adding any additional investment. How do we do that? We show companies exactly what to do in sales and marketing to give their customers an experience they're going to want to pay a premium for, and it works.
Yeah, it really does. It's newbizs.com. Newbiz, B-I-Z-S.com. Your guest today.
So Joanne Black is the leading authority on referral selling and a sales executive with a very contrarian point of view. And we all kind of think about cold calling and groan internally, and we think about we think about referral selling, but we don't really think about how to do that and how it really drives revenue. She's written 2 books. One is called No More Cold Calling, and the other one is Pick Up the Damn Phone. I love the titles of her books. So she's been doing this for a long time. I have this thread here of don't tell everybody how long she's been doing it, but she's been doing it for a really long time, and she works with a lot of really interesting companies.
Yeah, I would say, first of all, welcome to the program, but I would say right from the very beginning, cold calling in some ways is less effective and harder to do now with all the distractions that are out there than in any time in business history. Talk a little bit about that, and welcome to the show.
Thanks, Kevin. Cold calling is a misnomer. It's a mindless activity, actually. Can you imagine just sitting there all day, dialing the phone? And cold calling is also cold emails, cold knocks on the door. People still do that. It's any outreach where your contact doesn't know you and doesn't expect to hear from you. Mm-hmm. It's cold. And the misconception that a lot of people have today is that, I have all this research I've done. I know about the company. I know about the trigger events. I know who they're connected to. I can just send this wonderful email or call them telling them why they should talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
Ice cold.
Yeah. Go right ahead there, Christine.
And so what you basically say runs so counter to what we all believe, right? We all believe social selling is the way to go. Find your prospects on Twitter. So before we kind of jump into the whole referral selling thing, I kind of want to clear up your view on where does social selling fit into it? Is it a threat or is it an opportunity or a waste of time?
It's both. No, it's not a waste of time. It's a huge opportunity to do the research, to find out who we know, to find out our mutual connections. Absolutely need to use it. But then it needs to stop. And that's the threat that people think that's all they need. They can just reach out. At that point, we need to pick up the damn phone and have a conversation with our connection. Find out how they know the person we want to meet, tell them why we want to meet them, and then ask them to introduce us.
So you're suggesting that we need to be more strategic in the way we do it. If we've got relationships out there that are in connection of those we want to engage with, by all means, we need to leverage those.
You do. And what's happening today is salespeople think that technology can do their job. They're addicted to it, and they hide behind email and cold calls. It's really, Kevin, like digital snake oil.
Wow. That's a great illustration because I see exactly what you're talking about. Christine?
Yeah, so but Joanne, let's come to the reality of it. When I talk to my clients, I hear this over and over again. The desk phone is for outbound calls, right? So how how does this work? If you're not going to do cold calling, how does this referral thing work, given that people don't answer their phone?
You get a referral introduction from someone your prospect knows and trusts. The research shows that an executive, and fill in another word if you don't like executive, will always take a call, will always take a meeting from a referral from someone they trust and know, because they know that that meeting will give them great insights. They won't waste their time. They're going to be ahead of the game, and they will learn. And that will always happen. But it's not because we're not asking for that introduction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. And so we kind of just cut to the chase. We want to, for example, in LinkedIn, we only want that friend to go ahead and make that introduction on LinkedIn. But the reality is we could say, hey, would you say something on my behalf to your friend? Go that step further. And like we're hiding behind the computer screen.
We are. And don't use the LinkedIn automated thing.
Okay.
That's my technical term. To ask for a referral. You need to pick up the phone and have a conversation for several reasons. One, they may not even know the person. There was a time when everybody accepted every LinkedIn invitation. And second, we miss out on that opportunity to reconnect, because that's what sales is about. It's about relationships, connecting, nurturing, fostering them, learning about the other person, finding out how we can help them. And that's what sales is about.
Yeah, very good. Christine?
Yeah, so let's get a little bit more specific, Joanne, because I think when you and I were talking, you've always been saying that you really have to plan out that referral request. Can you talk our audience through that? Because it's not obvious.
Yes, what it's not is, hey, can you refer me, or do you know anybody who could benefit from my services? That is an old, tired line. It doesn't work. I will refer you, Christine, because you have great results that you deliver for your clients. They've realized tremendous impact. I'm going to refer you because you're a nice person, of course, because I know you. But when I'm introducing you, I need to tell my contact a business reason why they should talk to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes perfect sense. By the way, our guest, you can learn more about her and her books over at nomorecoldcalling.com. nomorecoldcalling.com. Go ahead, Christine.
Yeah, so can you give our listeners like 3 key things, right? Other than go buy your book, which I totally recommend. Buy both your books. Which, by the way, tell us when the new one's coming out. But then also tell us, what are the 3 things that they need to go do?
One is do your research, but know that your competition's doing your research as well. And you need then to get that referral introduction, so you're getting the meeting while your competition is still trying to figure out who that person is. They're still tapping away on the computer. Number 2, look at who your best clients are. Our clients are the low-hanging fruit. They're delighted to introduce us, obviously not to their competition. But we're not asking. Every company I work with, I said, are you asking your current clients for referrals? Every single one. Answer is uniformly no. So look at where you have the best relationships with your clients and ask them who they know that they can introduce you to. And then you need to set goals for how many people you're going to ask, who you're going to ask, and be out there building those relationships. Because without that, we have not earned the right to ask.
Very good. And your book, when is it coming out?
It's out.
It's already out. Wow. And so that's why people need to go over there. Check out nomorecoldcalling.com. Christine, as always, a great guest. I just want to thank you as always.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I love these discussions. We talk about, stuff that really matters, how to drive revenue. We all could use revenue. So let's, I enjoy it.
Joanne Black, fabulous job. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right. Do you want to remind you, check out our good friend and contributor, Christine Crandell, at newbizs.com. That's B-I-Z, newbizs.com. I'm Kevin Price. This is The Price of Business.